And hello all. It's Wrigley Fury back here with the Girly World Dynasty, and we have finally reached the off season to a 1-11 absolutely dreadful year. Um, let's keep going. I know I ended last episode off saying I was going to write down all the conference things and everything like that, which I did do. And I'll show at the very end of this episode, just because we're going to reach that part where it's going to ask, hey, how do I get my contract extended? That's kind of crazy. But it's going to ask, hey, do you want to change conferences? That's whenever I'll go over all the changes to the league and everything like that. Heisman, Shadur, 43 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That's crazy. Whoa. Shador Sanders went off. Let's just look at job offers for fun. Head coach of Southern Miss. Alright, that's not happening. Managed staff. Let's see if anybody left. Maybe I should have fired him. But master motivator, that's why I didn't. Maybe I should have changed it just due to recruiting things. I think I saw one was like Northwest, but I'm cool keeping it for one more season until we're good and hopefully getting a little bit more guys interested in coming. This is our board. I added Marco Alfonso at during the little break time, along with Mustafa Ajayi. They both didn't have a what's it called, a scholarship, so I offered them, and I'm first on both of their lists, which is nice. Also, the two that I added last episode, I didn't even see Patrick Zaruski, I guess, first on his board. John Coco first on his. We're first on everybody that is here. Only guy that's kind of having a battle is Kindred, but I've already got 2 tight ends, so I'm not that worried about that battle at all. Yeah, let's just keep simming. We can look at, after this week, what the college football playoffs looking like. Once again, no bowls for us. Obviously, going 1-11 does that to you. You gotta have 6 wins in order to go. First week, K-State beat Virginia Tech, no surprise there. Maryland beat Navy. USC destroyed Oklahoma State. Jesus. And Miami and Ohio State went down to the wire with Ohio State pulling it out. So this next round, K-State versus Arizona. I expect K-State to win. NC State versus Maryland. NC State was the 1 seed. That's kind of crazy. I'd be surprised. I'm honestly surprised NC State's gone this far. But I'd be surprised if they lost to Maryland. Utah versus USC. I expect USC to win that. Ohio State, Colorado. I expect Ohio State to demolish Colorado. Nothing against Colorado or anything. It's just Ohio State is Ohio State. And then looking at the All-Americans, obviously we're not going to have anybody here, but just go through the first team, second team, if people would like to see it. Look at that, University of Miami guy. Pretty cool to see that. Freshman team, still probably not going to have anybody. And then, yeah, let's see about CUSA if we had anybody first, second, or freshman team. Nobody. Oh, we did have Matthew York somehow on the first team. Second team, I feel like Spencer Strickland shouldn't be the running back for us. I definitely feel like Teague is a lot more deserving. But he's there. And then freshman, KJ Hartley. I barely remember him playing. But yeah. So that's what we're looking like, All-Americans and everything. Let's just continue to sim. And continue just to check out what the college football playoffs are looking like as we continue to move forward. This is a very exciting episode to me. After we just had such a dreadful season and everything, it's time for us to make up for that with having a very successful offseason, to come back even stronger next year. K-State won, NC State won. Utah did beat USC by a pretty good margin, and Colorado was able to continue to fight against Ohio State, only losing by 6. Next round, I expect K-State to win, and I expect Ohio State to win their games respectively, and for that to be our national championship. It is Utah and Kansas State. Whoa! Utah, Cam Rising, whenever he's not in a hospital, is able to win games. They beat Ohio State just barely, but a win's a win. 5 points. K-State very handily beats NC State. I love Avery Johnson, so I'm going to say Kansas State gets this win over Utah, and they are going to be our national champions. Let's see. Kansas State 66-20. Oh my God. Whoa. That's actually insane. 66-20. Can I see the box score from that? What the hell did Avery Johnson do to these guys? 297 yards, 5 touchdowns, 74 completion percentage. What did he do on the ground? Oh my gosh, DJ Giddens, 191 yards on the ground, a touchdown. Dylan Edwards adds 2 touchdowns, and then Keegan Johnson adds another rushing touchdown. Wow, just an absolute terrible game for Utah. 4 interceptions by Cam Rising. Man got to the big spot and could not finish. K-State is your champions for this year of Girly World. Crazy. Crazy. That is madness. We get the punter, Otis, to recruit. I see that's appearing now. I hope that continues. The past few episodes, it hasn't been working, so it's really nice. It says we have no chance of getting Franklin Taj. Dang, it stinks to lose Taj Coles. Yeah, that makes sense for brand exposure. Hey, I'm just gonna do it. Just because I know it says none, but it's better to try than just let it happen. It's going to stink to lose Chase Freeman. Williamson, I don't think I'm going to miss him too much. Franklin was one of our better tackles. Taj Coles, it really hurts to lose. He was maybe our best defensive player this year. Jaden Bowie was our fastest wide receiver, or fastest cornerback. Tyler Olson, sayonara, brother. Yeah, let's get to this next part and start recruiting. Alright, draft results, doubt it. Yeah, nobody. We did drop down to a 1-star school, so that means we have a little bit less recruiting points and everything. That sucks. But that's what happens whenever you play the way that we did. So it's not too surprising. I'm going to move guys based on playing time. These are lowest. And if someone was up on this list beforehand, I'm not going to move them down for these guys, but nobody is higher than them, so I'm perfectly fine with this being what we look like. Schedule these visits, get these people here as soon as we can, and that's the first thing on my board with all these guys. Oh, yikes. What do you like that we have? It appears nothing. Pro potential, I hope it's not that. Because we don't have that. Yeah, I don't know why this guy wants to come here. I guess I just have to pitch pro potential because it's a D plus. That's crazy. Wow. I don't think I've ever had to pitch something so low. Playing time being a C plus. That's his best thing on our board. C plus for this guy, playing time. And then week 2 visits, B minus, A. Get this guy here for campus lifestyle. And let's fill out our points. I want my primary focus to be the guys that are on our board. So I'm going to give them all the points I can. And anybody left over, or any points left over, will go towards transfer portal players. So let's just see if we have any left at the end. I don't think we will, based on how many people are on our board. But I am very heavy and front-loaded with my points, and I just want to make sure we get the guys that we already have been spending our time on and everything like that. Actually, let me do a soft sell for this guy. And once again, it really seems kind of dumb to be putting these sells on whenever it's such a bad thing. But looking at it, it gets us more points with the guy every single week than it does to do other stuff. So even with it being so bad, it kind of just makes sense. John Coco commits. It appears he's the only one this week. Hopefully we get some more this week because I would just like points. But no, that's really good getting John Coco. Going to be a big piece on our line. Maybe not immediate, but in the coming years he will be. Alright, let's get these points all allocated, and I think at this point I will have some extra points to be able to move to some transfer portal players, which is where I want these points going. Transfer portal players are going to be better overalls now, and next season is going to be a big one. After having such a bad season this year, if we are not able to turn it around next year and just continue to struggle, I imagine recruiting's just going to continue to get harder and harder due to that. Let's look at where we are on these guys' boards. First on everybody's, great spot. We have 2 guys coming this week. That's all that's interested at the moment. Let's look at transfer portal. I'm just going to go to 3-star and see who's interested in coming here. Do we have any specific like cornerbacks interested? No. What about pass rushers? Anything like that? We have 1. His thing is playing time. I'm cool with that. I hate play style, but he's a junior, so it really doesn't matter. So I'll add him. Play style, he's a sophomore. Play style, he's a junior. I hate play style just because like it can flip so quickly, and if you just end the season on a bad note, all of your guys are going to transfer out. So I just feel like it's not worth the headache of trying to appease everybody, unless it is a top-end player, which these guys are cool, but I don't know if I'd call them top-end players. Any kickers or punters? No. So now let's look at other positions and just see who kind of is here. Playing time guys, more than happy to bring them on. All of these are playing time guys. And then my last 5, I don't care about tight end, we got enough. Let's look at O-line. And there's none. Let's see 4-star wise, if anybody did want to come here. Doesn't look like it, which isn't surprising. Are there any 5-star guys? No. Yes. Jaden Ott, really? You're wanting to leave California? It looks like he's going to stay in California, though. Stanford and USC are his top 2 teams. Texas is also there. But that's a surprising transfer to me, honestly. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have to stay at the 3-star kind of level. Man, just looking at these guys, they're all playing style. And I really want to avoid playing style. So, let's move down to 2-star. I am fine getting a 2-star, as long as it's an O-lineman here. I just think we need more O-line help. None of them want to come, sadly. Let's look at just cornerbacks. Get some more speed on the roster. None of them want to come. Cool. In that case, let's turn some of our attention to just regular O-linemen and see if any of them don't have any scholarship offers here as the 3 stars. If they don't, offering a scholarship could put us 2 first on their board, and I'm willing to try that and see if it works. It might seem like a waste of points at the beginning, but just once again, I say it time after time with this rebuild, like anybody here that's not currently here is probably better. So I'm more than willing to try this, see if it works. Offer everybody a scholarship, see how many points we have left, see the playing time, what that all is looking like, and go from there. Kind of goes slow. We're not first on anybody's board, so there's no chance of commits here. But just going through and seeing. Alright, and now let's start up at the top. See playing time. There's A minuses, A plus. Pushes him up. I want Keith. Khalifa Keith would be a really good get for us. Borden would be a really good get for us. A deep threat. Yeah, just keep moving guys up the list as we see like A plus and everything like that. There it is. Cool. That's where we stand right now. Any of these guys in their top 5, because that is a possibility here. Not quite. So we're gonna leave everything how it is. Fill these points out real quick. Khalifa Keith, I really care about getting. And then Vernon would be really nice. And then I'm gonna just be able to put 5 on Borden, but these top 3 right here. If we get them a sophomore, so we'll have him for 2 more seasons. A freshman, we'll have him 3 more seasons, and a freshman, we'll have him 3 more seasons. So definitely want to make sure we get those guys. All right, we got Denton Lucky. That's it for that week. Still just wishing we could get more in a week. But once again, we do just need to be first on these guys' board at the end of the day. So we're already there with some of these guys. Yeah, we got 1 more week to sim. And try and get guys on these. Let's see real quick, actually, top 5. He's in top 5. Are any... Khalifa Keith is. So I gotta make sure I get him here. Playing time is his thing. And then I see Blackwell there. Another transfer guy that we don't yet have listed. But it'll just be nice to get another guy. There's a D plus in this, so I gotta take that. Give him his 10 back. Send Gavin Blackwell this way. Playing time is his. He's an A minus. Just see where he fits. There's 2 D minuses there. Can I get one that's at least a little bit better? There's a D plus in that. It's better technically. So make sure everybody's things are matching them. Try and see if we can get everybody on a visit. Care about Alfonso a lot. There's a D. I guess that's what we got to go with. I'm gonna make sure Ajayi gets scheduled to be coming. So let's look at this. Take some points off at the bottom here. So sadly, we'll be losing points on Vernon, on Borden, not on Khalifa. Actually, no, we should be taking them off of guys here. Just because these guys are C plus and everything. Gotta move that down. Proximity to home. Hit him on that 40 hours. There we go. A minus. He's an A plus, so I'll keep him with all 50 of his points. And then just everything will go back down here. Sadly, it looks like can't go too far, but that's where we are at the moment. Let's hope we get some commits and get some points back in order to just bring more guys in for visits. Only one, once again. Yeah, we're going to have to spread these points out this week really badly. Locked out of a couple guys, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to have to spread these points out pretty well. So I'm honestly going to move all points from everybody. I'm going to reorder our chart so that playing time kind of trumps everything. It's what I think is most important, obviously, guys, playing. Not going to remove anything from Khalifa Keith, because honestly, he is, in my opinion, the most important player to get. But I'm just reordering all of this to just make sure whenever I switch to top 5, I can make sure all of the top guys are coming in. I actually care about Borden a lot. I think it would be really nice. I know we have that one wide receiver coming in, Otamiawu, but getting a second wide receiver with him would just make things a lot easier, a lot better in terms of him getting open. So just want to focus on that a little bit. Another A plus. This is an agile guy. So there. Let's just make sure everybody has a visit that can get a visit. What's your main thing? Playtime. These guys all have their visits. Cool. How far ahead am I on him? Okay, not that far. So I kind of feel like I need to keep everything. Kansas made up a lot of ground. So I'm going to keep that like that. And just see where I truly need to use my points. Why did ECU get so high? Or no, we went really high on his. Let me just shore it up with a 25. Vernon, I feel like he's committing. He's committing. He's probably a lost cause, I'm saying. So I'm going to just remove him. He's a lost cause. Yeah, I'm just going to remove him. I think we could come back in him. Probably not him. Anybody that we're not on the list for, I don't think we can make that comeback. I just don't care to push that hard on this guy or this guy. So So yeah, let's try, just see how many points 25 gives us on each thing. Let's hope that's his. That'd be cool. Or let's just put 20 on the guys that have the ability to do a soft sell. And then if it's not enough points, I'll go back through. If I have more points, I will also go back through to fix that. Currently on our board, we only got 26 guys. Was hoping for a little bit deeper, bigger of a class. Maybe I can sneak in there if I am in the top few for some people. Might try and get some 2 stars. Just to try and have bodies. Alright, there's that. Let me look at the 3 and 2 stars available that don't have scholarships. I don't care about quarterback. Or no, have it like this. So halfbacks, this guy's a 4th with no scholarship offers. I say if we're top 5, a scholarship could push us up. No scholarship offer, no scholarship offer, no scholarship offer, no scholarship offer. Tight end, I'll just look real quick there. There's a guy, but I just don't think we need it. On here, there's one here. Oh, he's the guy I kicked off my board actually. So probably not a hope there. Yeah, I'll stick with these 33. I'll give them all scholarships. That one can come in on a visit. Bigums. I feel like we already had him on a visit, but there is a little bit of cheese you can do in this game where you just kind of kick them off your board and then re-add them. And I'll just take whatever I can get at this moment in time. Yeah, if this works out in my favor, we could end up with 33 guys. I'm hoping at least upper 20s. I want to say 27, 28 guys at least. And let me go back to the top of my board and just shore up these guys. Get an extra bit on, that's dumb of me. 10, and then give him 10. Cool. So that's our board. Let's see how it works out this next week. I think at most it can only show 6 guys committing. We got Amari Borden. That's a great one. Acho, a wide receiver. Rose Boom, a wide receiver. Center, Logan Goldstein. That's all it shows. We did lose Khalifa Keith. That sucks to lose him to Kansas last second there. Made a big push on him, just not able to finish it off. Let's just see what this looks like. Didn't get Khan. Didn't get Bigums. Didn't get Keith. But overall, 30 guys on this class. How far does that put us in the rankings? Last I checked, we were 25. Fell back to 44. But I feel like it's a strong class. Definitely makes us a stronger team overall. Let's look real quick at dev traits. Nick Drake. I'm hoping for some great things. I want to look at him last for these quarterbacks. This guy was a bust. He's normal. Just a body to have. Murphy, he's a normal. Normal for Nick Drake. That sucks to see. Man, why did I press circle twice? That sucks to see. I definitely expected more from a big name quarterback that we got, but not in the cards there. That's fine. Normal for Braverman. Star for Lucky. That's nice. Normal for Jamison Connor. Wide receivers. Impact for Oromiyawu. impact for Borden, impact for Bernal, impact for Acho, and impact for Roseboom. Don't get any big dev traits, but impact on these guys I'm more than happy with getting. On tight ends, I'll only bring up if their impact are higher. Impact for Willie Daly, impact for Brenton Kindred, and that's it for tight ends. Dom Little's there, Stacy's there. Oh, Matthew Vigil has elite development as a center. Logan Goldstein has star as a center. So gonna have to move them around. Obviously, I don't want them blocking each other. John Coco has impact. Brennan Vernon has impact. Oh. Jeremiah Sims has impact at middle linebacker. Elite for Gregory Murphy, the cornerback. That is really good. Impact for Mustafa Ajayi. Our safety, Patrick Zuriski, has impact. And then that punter is normal Otis Tavares. Alright, 30 new guys. It's pretty big. Something about, like, whoa. Drake's already a top guy on this team. 75 overall quarterback. That is higher than we had last season. 89 speed, 91 excel, 90 agility, 89 change of direction. Jesus Christ. 83 carrying off the bat. Great ball carrier vision. Great spin. Great juke. He can catch. This man can do everything. Throw power is 92. 84 short accuracy. 78 middle. 76 deep. Throw on the run, 83. This guy's incredible. 84 break sack. He has platinum field general. He has silver magician, bronze option king, bronze extender, and silver off platform. Just an absolutely amazing player to have on this team. And just look at the last athlete. I believe you were supposed to be a wide receiver, but you play everything else so much. But no, you were supposed to be a tight end, but you are really good at everything. Wow, let me hey, it says I need a right end. And I imagine he has some speed. I don't really care to look. I'll just put him there. Cool. Quarterbacks. Drake's right there. Alex Murphy's up there. Also Muga is up there. Probably cutting maybe all of the quarterbacks. Maybe keep David DePaul so that way I could redshirt Murphy and George here. But yeah, I have just no need for Jarvis, Frost, or O'Neal. Let's see. Are any of them able to play a different position? Like Jarvis has 82 speed. Says he's a 59 halfback. He's not going to survive the cuts even with that. So no and no. Halfbacks, Strickland. I do want to look at what he is as a wide receiver. A 66 as a wide receiver. He's a 70 as a tight end. Let me see what my wide receiver overalls are real quick. Pretty low. Tight ends are even lower. He would be my highest rated tight end. And obviously I don't think he has the blocking. He does 59 pass block, 55 run block. Like, it's not great, but I plan to pass a lot more. And I think he would be a fine addition to be a tight end. And we already have Trey Braverman, Denton Lucky. For next season, I'm going to be honest, Teague might not make the cuts. I'll move him to fullback and see if that helps him. But I don't even know if he's our highest rated fullback. Let's see, is Hardy any good at wide receiver? No, not at all. Just seeing. Yeah, Gregory's a better fullback than Cameron Teague, so I think Cameron Teague, no matter what, probably gone. I might cut Gregory, actually. It just depends how it looks whenever we move on to player development. I definitely expected Amari Borden to have more than 89 speed. There's Oda Miawu at 97 speed. Roseboom, another 89. Didn't really get any speed added besides Oda Miawu, but we did get skill and everything, so I guess I can't just forget about that. Wow, these guys, it's not looking good. Freshmen, I'm going to keep them all there. I'm going to move all of the tight ends to fullback and see just who's able to stick, because I think one of these guys will be my fullback next season. Wow. Just none of these tight ends able to keep up with all these freshmen. And I'd rather just do this. I know they could progress to be a little bit better as tight ends. It's just, do I care that much? Whenever I could just have freshmen starting and have them develop just a little bit quicker. I care a lot more about that than anything else. I do this thing with the offensive line. I go through each person, see what their best position is, and then after that I kind of reorganize some things based on what we need and where our current top O-lineman needs are. So I'm just going to go through this real quick and then I'll start adjusting some of the things. Crowder grows 5 overalls as a right guard. And you'll see, usually centers don't stay centers a lot. They grow a lot of overalls going elsewhere. So for right now, I'm just going to do that, and then I'll change it to obviously have a solid center for us, or as solid of a center as this team can have. Matthew Vigil is going to be so good, man. No, seeing some of this gets me really excited for this next season. Just how much some of these linemen grow whenever they move a position. Like this guy's moving up 4 overalls. That's huge for a team like us that wasn't really able to do anything. Definitely with the line. So the ability to move these guys around to find their true correct spot on the line is really nice. Alright, don't have a right tackle. Right guard is stacked, no center. Left guard is stacked. Okay. So 70s. So one of these guys would be next. We need a center. So he's 69 as center or right tackle. That is McClure. And then Goldstein is a 70 right tackle. I'll do something at the end of this too to make sure there are experienced guys there, not just freshmen, because obviously freshmen don't get ratings boosts whenever we get to player growth and everything, off-season training, whatever it's called. Struggling to find a person that fits at center. Tariq Williams is him. He's a sophomore, so it looks fine to me. Vigil might be a little bit better. Not really. Vigil probably sits this first season, probably gets redshirted this first season. It'll just help his development. 67 right here. Left tackle. Let me move him to right tackle. So we have a 66, a 68, 66, 74, and a 70 at all our positions. McClure is probably going to go above Goldstein, which will allow us to redshirt Goldstein. That'll be nice to just have that ability. Yeah, I feel like I'm happy with all of this and how it looks. So let's move on to the defensive ends. Who was it that I switched here? Awesome. Awesome. It's a name. He should fit in well here. Definitely has a red shirt possibility. Just going through and seeing if these guys fit in somewhere else. If it does say D tackle, they fit in better. I'm sometimes not interested. In the case of Flint, I am, because he was a pretty slow guy on the line. Forsyth, he is slow but doesn't fit as well. Couch Smith says he's a better right end for some reason. Says he's better left outside linebacker and right outside linebacker. He does have good pursuit, not great coverages, but his pursuit kind of makes me okay moving him to a left outside linebacker, and just seeing what he can do there. Is he a senior? He is. Bettis is a 69. You can play these other positions too. Let's try him at right outside linebacker. And then just see, is anybody really slow? Decker, kind of, compared to what we have. But doesn't play a good defensive tackle. You as well, but don't really see anything there. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to move Alfonso to left end, just so we have a higher rated overall left end freshman. Emmett Bettis might overtake him, but just for right now, that's like that. D tackles looking like this. For right now, I'm fine with all of them staying D tackles. Harper 63. Claiborne, freshman Smith. Man, just a weak linebacker room. Feel like I want pass coverage in my middle linebacker. Yeah, he can't shed blocks. He can't do any of that. Maybe I make Van Claiborne a left outside linebacker. I think that's the right call. Then move this guy to right outside linebacker. Makes our overall room look better. 72, 69, and a 66. Cornerbacks. Look, we got more speed. There's Murphy. Ajayi. As of that, everything else is kind of the same here. But those two additions will help us a lot this season. Solomon Hayes. Quincy Blue is there. Let me move Haynes to see just is he better or is Quincy better. Just to give it a attempt. I'm gonna move Zaruski over. Oh, how fast is he? Zaruski not fast. Okay. I'd rather just keep him at safety. Let's see, do I have any speed in the safety room? Not really. So I'll just leave it all as is. This guy's probably getting cut no matter what. Then looking at kicker, York's there. Let me move Lincoln to punter. That way I can redshirt. Tavares. Hope Tavares gets some kick power, a little bit more and everything like that. But as far as that, I think that's this team. More speed than last year. I'm going to have to reorder the depth chart myself because I know it's going to want to go with higher overall players, which just might not be truly the case for us. Like I said, I want Otomiyahu being my #1 receiver. So let's look at training results here and see just what our team looks like. Quarterbacks, the poll doesn't move at all, really. Deontay O'Neal might have just overtaken him as the guy that stays. Yeah, that's interesting. Buford moves up to a 71. Hardy, Grant, fullback. Looks like McLawler will be the guy this next season. Everybody else can go. I'm not really interested in fullbacks. I usually move like a deep backup offensive lineman there. So you'll see that once McLawler leaves. Nobody over 90 in our wide receiver room that are returners. But a little bit of progression. Foreman is 76, LJ Young is 72. Scooter did not get better. So that's sad to see. Strickland at tight end is up to a 74. He'll be my starting tight end. Our line is looking like a 72 overall Kramer, 72 overall Paulding, 69 overall Tariq Williams, 75 overall DeMarcus Perkins, and a 73 overall McClure. Left end, we have a 75 in Townsend, and a right end, we have a 73 in Garland. Defensive tackles improved a lot. Bloom is a 73, 70s from both Samuel and Weeks. Left outside linebacker Van Claiborne jumps up to a 76. Highest returning middle linebacker is a 69. And then Underwood jumps up to a 73. Cornerback room, still not the fastest. A little bit better overalls for coverage, everything like that. Just can't complain about progression. Solomon's a 72. Roderick jumps all the way up to a 79. Wow, this guy was going to be a backup free safety. Now he's very much my starting safety. Matthew York doesn't jump, got like one more kick power. Lincoln, I don't think he jumped at all. Got a little bit more kick accuracy, I think. I think kick power stayed the same. Yeah, overall, the team improved. Looks like we're a 77 overall coming into this next season. We were a 67 last year, so 10 overall increase. Alright, encourage transfers and custom conferences. Let's get to transfers first, because custom conferences is going to last a little bit. Yeah, just no need for Frost, DePaul, or Jarvis. It's not even letting me cut Jarvis. I guess we just have so many freshmen, it says no. Halfbacks, Grant's not needed. He's a 58. Everybody else can stay. Fullbacks, McLawler will be the only one to stay. Thank you, Cameron Teague, for your service, but it is no longer needed. And then Scott McLawler will stay right there. Barner is a 57, 86 speed. He never has a chance here on this team. We just have so many guys. Scooter Page has to go. Malam has to go. And I'm fine keeping it there. If someone's a 50, I definitely want them off our team. Currently just looking for those guys. Flint never will play, it looks like, because there's a 70 and a 73 in front of him. But I'm definitely cutting DJ Dean. Skates can stay for right now. There's no reason for Barry on this team. Continue moving. A 54 for James Couch Smith. He's gone. Marvin Holland, I don't want to get rid of because he's so fast. Let's see where we stand at the end of all of this. 68 Junior, I'm going to cut Haynes. And that's where we are as of right now. Fine moving on from Skates. Fine moving on from Blanks. He's a senior. We don't have to cut anymore, actually. 85 out of 85. That's perfect. We get to keep Holland. And then let's look at these conferences. So we'll start out with the top and work to the bottom of conferences. SEC. The guys that are going to drop are Tennessee. And they're going to drop down to the Big Ten for Miami. And then Big Ten as well are going to have Utah rise up. And they are changing with LSU. So Tennessee and LSU have fallen out of the SEC, while Miami and Utah have risen up in the ranks. Big Ten. First team gone is Washington. And they will be moving to the Big 12 for the national champions, Kansas State. And then NC State will be moving up from the Big 12 up to the Big 10 for Auburn, who had a 3-7 conference record. Just falling down to the Big 12 there. Big 12, TCU will be moving down to the ACC for Colorado. Coach Prime moving up level, technically to just where he is current day. But for this, that's really good for them. And then Virginia Tech as well will be moving up to the Big 12 for Nebraska. Pretty shocking fall there for Nebraska. 2-8 conference record just doesn't get it done. ACC now moving down will be Iowa State to the Pac-12 for Maryland, who is in our college football playoffs. And then Arizona will be moving up to the ACC for Kansas. The team that managed to steal the running back Khalifa just last second from us. Glad to see they're negatively impacted. Next, Michigan State will be moving down to the Mountain West for Duke. So Mountain West gets Michigan State, while Pac-12 gets Duke, and then Wake Forest will be moving up to the Pac-12 for Washington State. Alright, going back to the Mountain West, Fresno State will be dropping down and go to the American for Liberty. I think it's a good rise for Liberty. They're a very high overall team, while they did have a very low star rating, so I think they will continue to progress and beat teams until they hit probably around the Pac-12 ACC level. Next, UAB will be moving up in the Mountain West for Oregon State. Bad year for Oregon State, 1-9. They fall. American. Southern Miss will be going down to the Sun Belt for Texas State. Texas State, a really good team. McCord is going to be gone for them this next season at quarterback, so we'll see how they do without him as they move up a level. FAU will also be moving up a level. Our rivals, who we did beat and continued on to go 9-5. Meanwhile, we went 1-11. We'll be changing to the American Conference for Utah State. Utah State, just kind of the little brothers there in Utah compared to Utah and BYU. And that's shown here by them moving down even further compared to those other teams. Next, Louisiana Tech is moving down to the MAC for some action for Navy, who went 9-1 in conference play this year. Great year for Navy in real life and in this game. Next is Hawaii moving up to the Sun Belt for Toledo. Toledo 1-9. Meanwhile, Hawaii had a very strong showing last year in the MAC. Moving down from the MAC, Ohio. Ohio had a really bad season. 1-8. They only played 9 conference games for some reason. Alright, guys. But they're moving down nonetheless. And they will be moving to the CUSA for Old Dominion. Old Dominion had a good year. It's shocking to see a conference champion having a 7-3 record. But that's just what happens whenever you're playing all these similar level opponents and everything. Georgia State will also be moving up, also 7-3, to the MAC for Air Force. Kind of the disappointing branch of the militaries, military academies. Navy and Army have been just pumping football in real life this season. Air Force just continues to fall down. Meanwhile, moving down, first will be Akron to the Independents for Jacksonville State. They were 11-2 this season. Definitely deserve that call up there. And next to get called up will be Kent State for us. 0-10 in conference play. It will give us the ability to pick a schedule that is more favorable to us. Expect a lot of lower level opponents and everything like that. But yeah, it's what happens. Sucks to see it happen to us. But we just got to come back this next season and change things around, and we'll be back in CUSA hopefully this next season. I'll get our schedule set up and recording all set up off screen. I'll meet you guys back at our first week of action, whenever that will be. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys continue to support the girlies. If you're on Twitch watching, I do post these on YouTube at Wrigley Fury. If you're on YouTube watching, I do stream these on Twitch, Wrigley Fury 25. Both streams of media have the other tagged on them, so if you just want to look in the description, it's there. But yes, thank you guys for your support. And I'll see you guys next season. Peace.